Hello, welcome to my first video. This is for Simpson University Education 5250, Technology and Education, assignment, who knows what number. This is to be a review of the 5 podcasts assigned, starting with Ditch That Textbook. Ditch That Textbook covers how to use various educational technology tools to support a paperless or at least less paper classroom. Some of the technology covered include Microsoft OneNote, Adobe Spark, Canva, and many others, especially in the wake of COVID and quarantine when a lot of schools and classes were forced to go mostly or entirely online. He has a lot of guest speakers, including the author of Ditch That Textbook, Matt Miller, which we use in our educational technology class, as well as Jeff Bradbury, Jeff Erb, Sam Patterson, Chris Nesi, who has his own podcast we'll be covering later, David Saunders, and Josh Gauthier. Moving on to the next one, the Teachers Lounge podcast is primarily made up of 3 female teachers who share stories from real life and real life other teachers, not just their own, and cover some of the real life topics and issues that come up in teaching, such as how to deal with when parents are rude, what happens during PTA meetings, what happens when it's the first day of school and you can't be there even though you are there. They take a more casual, laid-back approach in the podcast, as if you were in the teacher's lounge with them, just talking about your day, talking about what happens. This makes them more relatable, and while not the most effective to providing solutions to problems, it makes you feel more heard. It's a much more human approach. There are no how-to guides or promises to provide solutions to your problems. They're not about this is how you use this tool, like many of the other podcasts we'll be covering. But you can take comfort in knowing that it might not just be you who's having to deal with a particular problem. A solution may even present itself through the discourse. It's just not guaranteed. Moving on to the next one. Every Classroom Matters does short talks on how teachers can improve their game. It focuses on how to engage students in learning activities while making it fun. It is the complete opposite of the Teacher's Lounge, who take a laissez-faire type of approach, and these particular podcasts are designed to be very short and to the point in terms of here's a problem or point of discussion, and here's one or more answers or paths you can take to resolve the issue. The videos are around 10 to 12 minutes long. They make a point of keeping them about 10 minutes. And they work as a series of mini lessons for teachers, almost like a TED Talk. Each video is formatted to be hosted by Vicki Davis, the producer of the show, Every Classroom Matters. And a guest speaker is selected to cover a specific topic or problem. In my case, I want to be an English teacher, so I listened to one of the guest speakers talk about how to engage your classroom in writing, specifically writing strategies. The next one is House of Ed Tech. It is a podcast that covers technology in the classroom. Similar to Ditch That Textbook, Christopher Nesi, again, covers topics on the impact technology has in the classroom and how it is changing teachers' approach to running their classrooms and proceeding with their lesson plans. Additionally, also like Ditch That Textbook, his podcast is geared towards teaching teachers to make use of tech resources for lesson plans. He primarily does his episodes alone. He doesn't have a ton of guest speakers, and it's just him and a microphone. The last one is the Google Teacher Tribe. It's a podcast hosted by Matt Miller from Ditch That Textbook and Casey Bell. I don't think she likes that one. From shakeuplearning.com. It is geared towards teaching listeners how to make use of tech tools in ways that extend past the standard use you could learn in a tutorial. They often go off topic, they share stories from their lives, and it gives it a personal touch. They also make a point of sharing personal stories of how it has gone in their classrooms when they used some of the tech that they are trying to educate us on. So it's not just a how-to, but also a reflection of this is how it went for me, or this is why I think you should give it a try. And with that, our review is complete. I must say I really did enjoy the Teacher's Lounge. It took me a bit off guard at the beginning by how laid back and just kind of spitball it was, but I really enjoyed that human touch inside of it of like, oh, these really, really do happen. It's not just a here's what you're expected to do guideline. My other favorite is Every Classroom Matters. I like that short and to the point. It covers the basics of topics of this is our problem and this is what we have to present to provide a potential solution for you. It does not mince words. It does not waste your time. So I do think those two will be my best podcasts and resources going further. Thank you for your time.